Just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Chargers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Now Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Throwing Jones. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Sebastian Joseph Day drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Here comes Reed. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in?
Running on first down, Eckler. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. This defense for the Pats, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just
under pressure, and down he goes. Chris Rumph in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. To try again after the sack, Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's brought in by Harris. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
From the 27, Jones. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With third down coming up. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Back to throw. Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. McCann's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 3-3. Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On third down, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not only going to catch the football, he's going to run away from you a little bit. And that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw again. He gets it complete to Harris. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Chargers 6. Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
To throw again on second down. Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That'll be caught by the rookie, Josh Palmer. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This pass finds its way to Williams, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. Here's a diving catch right side. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
McCann for the point after.
It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6.
The score, Patriots 17, Chargers 6. Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off around the 41. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now, meanwhile, here's his 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. To throw on 3rd down, Jones. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. You got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target.
There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots.
Hunter Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Chargers 6.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
On Herbert, his third interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off near the 42. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to go up top again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are going to have it here at their own 15. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. And some room to work. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Everyone's got 4 down. 25, check.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now a throw here to his running back. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Herbert throwing again. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Christian Barmore able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, this offense has already been forced to settle for field goals on their drives earlier, so this is not a welcome sign here.
Indeed, it is not, and they certainly hope it's not a sign for the entire game because they know they've got to be able to sustain drives all the way through. Pick up those guys rushing the quarterback.
And this is going to be intercepted.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Pats are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line ready to go.
And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
A big play there for the Patriots. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their...
And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. It's his 8th rushing touchdown on the campaign and 10th overall. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Tight end right. Tight end right. Trap 60. Trap 60. 24 is the mic. Stay with your man. 24 is the mic. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Go.
Here's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And all the way down to the 27. An incredible play there on 4th down in their own territory.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Josh Palmer, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Next score, Patriots 34, Chargers 13.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
70 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Throwing Jones. Eluding the pressure right. Out right to Bourne. Room here to run. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there for the Patriots. Now Jones. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones letting one go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And got his man, complete. Touchdown, L.A. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw a football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
All day, every day, any day.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man, the tight end, Henry. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 35. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And the Patriots are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Harris. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They'll look to throw on third and goal. There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Patriots could be on their way to 7-1 as they add on to their lead. McCann now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Patriots 41, Chargers 20. Jake Bailey to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. That throw into the arms of Allen, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's keep burning. 24 is the mic. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And the Patriots are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, hit one high.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. From the gun, Jones. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Here's Jones on third down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Jalen Guyton. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the two-point try. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And this one is right down the middle. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier